What's up, Elmo? You know I love you so much. Y'all ready? Push and go. DJ T-Cup, I take that. What's up, Sheila, baby? What's going on this Saturday? Good morning. What's up, Texas? I'm glad that you guys are checking in. Look at here. Also Smooth Radio. We should be cooking on all cylinders right now. I want to say good morning to all of my T-sippers. I just see that Tahi Ahmad just signed on. He's a new friend of mine, y'all. He's a jazz trumpeter. I think the boy like 12. I don't know how old he is, but he's extremely young. I want you guys to support that music. Oh my God, he is amazing. So make sure you guys look him up. I will post his information after this live. So I do like to see young brothers still embracing music that way. So he's a trumpeter. So let's make sure we support him. I see Dallas is checking in a lot. What's up, Dallas? What's going on with y'all? Hello to everyone. Lenora, she's checking in. She's got a big event coming up. Keep it simple. This is September. I'll be there either way. An amazing event. So guys, hello. Thank you so much for checking in. Listen, before I even get into the topic today, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. Myself, my mother. I'm still blessed to have my mother here. Happy Mother's Day to you. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people say, well, happy Mother's Day to the fathers too. We're just going to say happy Mother's Day to the mothers. We know there are a lot of fathers out there that take both roles, and I get it. But this weekend is ours, okay? And if we want to give a man a gift because he's a mother and a father, that's fine. But these are for the people that have birthed a chap. Y'all can tell I'm from the country. A whole chap has come out of you in some form or fashion. Happy Mother's Day. I also want to give a special shout out to my girl, Tasha Scott. She's my girl out there in LA. Her and I have just really gotten a close friendship. And I know she's grieving the passing of her mother. Everyone that's on this live that's grieving the passing of your mother, I want to say that I love you. She loves you. She instills so much in you. And I know that it is not easy. Well, I'm going to say this. My mother's still here, so I don't know that pain. But I do know pain from losing someone. Always speak to someone. Know that I'm here. My line is always open. I just don't get tea stuff on my tea line. I get if somebody needs to pray. Whatever you need to do, you can always call me. And I promise you, I will avail myself to you. So anyone that's grieving the passing of your mother, my heart is there for you, and I will let you borrow my mother if you need to, because she is a handful. How about, did you, oh, thought you snapped your fingers because you was agreeing that my mom was a handful. That's Candyman I'm talking to. What's up? I have a lot of people on the line. What's up, Irie? I see you guys are checking in. Let's get into this topic today. Wait, before I go further, I wanted to also say thank you to all the people that have recently purchased their Sip Sip shirts. Sip Sip. They are on the way, okay? They're on your way. So if you would like to get a Sip Sip shirt, they are $20, and that does include shipping and handling. And you'll also get a cute little bracelet thrown in as well. All right, enough of that. All right, let's get into the topic today. The topic today is Pimpin Whorin. Okay, so I had to name it this because I don't know if you guys have been listening to Welcome to Candyland with DJ Candyman, but for some reason, just about all of our topics end up talking about pimping. I don't know why, they just do. So the reason why I use the term again, there was something trending on, I call it our own little world in stepping. You do realize stepping got his own little world, and we actually could do a reality show for real in stepping, seriously. Okay. So anyway, it was trending this week on the Steppin Network. That's what I'm going to call it, the Steppin Network. And that was actually the term that was used. Hey, Terry Sweet. That was the term that was used. He over here, Brian, honey. That was the term. Hey, Dimples, sweetheart. Y'all know I got to stop for the legends. Hello, Dimples. You know I love on you. I will be there real soon. So I'm going to call you because I'm going to spend some time with you. But anyway, I use the word pimping again because it was used in this trending topic. Okay? So my thought was, why do people keep using the word pimping relative to these workshops or privates or whatever? Why is that word still being used to reference that? So I had to think. Okay, so we know that the stepping involved a lot of gangsters and pimps and things back in the day. I get it. When it started, okay, that's what was around it. But I'm still trying to figure out why that term is still sticking with us to this day in stepping relative to taking privates and workshops. And even going to some of the events. Why is it still there? So I said, well, it's not like it's a mystery. The word has been there and the thing has been there pretty much from the beginning, right? If you look at it that way, if it started out where you had gangsters and pimps and people of that nature, you know, and the gators and all that kind of stuff doing it, it's already been there. So why we tripping, right? So then this term came to me. It said, the game is to be sold and not told. So you have to pay for what you want, right? Okay, so let's get over into it. The post that was out basically said, why are we continuously spending all this money in privates, spending all this money in workshops, and we're not getting anything out of it? That was basically it. So I put that with pimping. So if you a pimp, no, you will be the whore, right? Yes. So the student, okay, so the teacher, I'm trying to understand why this is being connected. Okay. So the teachers that are running these workshops will be the pimps. And students or attendees will be the whores. Is that what I'm hearing? They will be the pimps, we will be the whores. So the little bit that I know that I've seen from a few movies, the hoes didn't get much. Or did they? They got room and board, they got clothes, they got to ride in some fancy vehicles.
Can I just say one thing?
Can you say something to me, Kim? Now you way over there, so I'm gonna have to move my camera. Hold on. Here we go.
A hoe put in the work, she gonna get a lot out of it. So if you're likening students to whores and instructors to pimping, you got to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, of course you're not gonna get anything out of it. That's why you got to get out there. You got to beat the concrete, with your feet. Some of y'all won't even pat your feet on the concrete, but you want everything out of something that you did not put any work into. So if that's the case, put your work in and you'll get something out of it. Candyman classes start next Wednesday.
Oh, you serious? Okay, so someone corrected me and said, it was said that we were being pimped. What's the difference? Thank you for clearing that up, but what's the difference?
Same thing.
It's the same thing. If that's what you're feeling, that you're being pimped, that means you're allowing yourself to be a whore. Or, like Candyman said, even the hoes had to put something in it. They had to get up that next day, use whatever they have to use to make sure things tight and right. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to break this down before we get into this conversation, because I need to know it. Thank you, Reggie. Hustling and these type of things are nothing new, and the foundation of this dance, from my understanding, started with those type of people. So why do you feel all of a sudden that you being pimped and hoe, and wait a minute, and you ain't putting nothing in? I'm just asking. Because every private I've ever taken, I have gotten something out of it. But one of the things they all said, and I've taken privates, not with a whole lot of people, because I don't do that. I don't move around a lot. I think that's a problem too. don't move around a lot. But the few people that have spoken into my dance career have always told me, this is not going to avail you anything if you don't practice it. Now, do hoes practice? Not calling myself a hoe. Okay? But do hoes practice their craft?
That's secondary, what you're saying. The primary question you must ask yourself, or you must understand that hoes choose pimps. Pimps don't choose hoes.
Well, there you go. Let me take a little sip on that one.
So if you being pimp, you choose that pimp. You choose that class, because that's the liking, that's the simile that this conversation I see is going. So if the instructors is pimps and y'all and us as students of the hoes, you know, whatever, you chose that pimp. That pimp didn't choose you. He didn't go out and force you to come to his class. They put out a flyer and told you about it. And if you choose to go in there, then you know the game. You know the game when you come in. That's just what it is.
Now let's break that down a little bit more. Let's break that down a little bit more. I ain't choosing sides. Let me make sure I say that. I'm not choosing sides. I'm not on the side of the pimp or the hoe. Does that sound right?
No, you messing with Candy, man. You always messing with some pimping.
I'm not choosing the side of the pimp or the hoe. I'm really not. But here's the thing. Now, if we have any ex-pimps on the line, you can actually clear this up if you like to. It is my understanding that it wouldn't be right for me. Now, I'm putting myself in the position of the non-pimp. I hate to say I'm putting myself in the position of a whore. But in this, I am putting myself as the whore. It ain't right for me to be out there trying to tell other hoes to come to this pimp.
Why wouldn't you?
Would I?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I tell them to come to my
If
pimp?
you know you messing with the best pimp, you trying to get other hoes to come on in so we can all be out here together doing this thing. Because we going to make sure that this pimp is the best in the business. That's how we want it. You want something right and fine and on, pimp side. So that's what we doing. That's why all the people who instruct you got all y'all looking like them.
That's not exactly what I thought he was going to say.
Because that's what it is.
I'm just saying. Now, I'm only referencing it.
People know whose student that is when they go out there and dance, right?
But do they know whose pimp you belong to?
Absolutely. If you with a pimp, you know whose pimp you know who pimp that is. I guarantee you, if my colors are purple and green, all my hoes gonna have on purple and green, and you'll know that they my hoes. That's what it is. If the candy man had hoes, all my hoes gonna have lollipops and candy canes in their pockets. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me clear something up. Candyman has no hoes. Let me just say
But
this.
what I'm saying is you will know, you know who they belong to. I've heard a lot of people in the stepping community say, oh, I know who that student is. I know that student is, and I know who that student is. That's the game, man. It's all the same old game. And you paid for that. You paid for that. It's all about money.
I guess this is my thing. And again, if you're just joining this live, I hate to call it Pimpin Whorin, but this status said we being pimped. I don't feel that I'm being pimped. If I pay a lot to go to an event, I know how much the ticket price was before I hit PayPal or Eventbrite or whatever. Why would I go there and complain that I feel like I've been pimped? No, you didn't. You had a choice not to go. Okay, now listen. If I get there and I don't get my clothes and me some shelter and some medical benefits and whatever else hoes supposed to get, I'm gonna have a problem. Air, water, those type of things, I am personally going to have a problem. But if I am getting what I paid for, now.
I want to say something in reference to that.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
To that being pimped. I think that's a condition of your mind. If you put yourself in the mindset of the whore, then maybe you will feel like you being pimped. But see, I paid to go to a class, and I paid for privates. So I didn't feel like I was being pimped. I felt like I was being taught the game. So that means if you're in the mind frame of a pimp or a player or whatever you want to do, you know, you'll be understanding that that's why the game, that quote, that's what that means. The game is to be sold, not told. I can't tell you how to step, and I can't tell you this stepping world. But if you come in and you show me that you're going to put a little money in and show me that you really want this, I'll teach you the game. So once you learn the game, then you know the difference between somebody who got pimped by a scrub who really didn't know the dance or really didn't understand what this dance is, and then by somebody who knows the dance but it's going to teach you the game. Now that's all I got to say on that reference.
I don't, okay, I'm going to say, if that's all you had to say, I definitely wasn't going to believe that at all. So I see somebody put up a whole bunch of mad faces. I don't know what the mad faces were for. We're just coming from a place of why do they keep using and reference it as I'm being pimped. That's the only right reason why we're using the term pimped. So we want to break down to you what we know that a pimp to be, or the behaviors of a pimp. And if you are a pimp, then you are the whore. And I don't think any of us, okay, so someone said, unless they're going to teach you for free. Now, let's talk about that. Do y'all want to see, here's my point. We need to get rid of that word. If we don't want to continue to bring this community down and put a negative spin on this community, you need to get rid of the word. Because if you say the word, let me explain to you what you're saying about yourself. If you feel pimped, that means you put yourself in a position of a whore. You chose that class. You chose to pay that amount. You chose to go to that event. Stop being negative about it once you didn't get what you felt like you should have gotten out of it. Now, I'm sorry. I gotta be real. Because it's disheartening that you keep seeing it over and over again. There was one status that was up recently, but this is not the only time that I've seen it. So I don't want y'all to think that's the only one. I have seen it referenced a lot. As a matter of fact, I've done a show on it a while ago. Not this deep, but a while ago, why people feel the way they do. Now, here's another question. Well, not really a question. It's a caveat to that similar post and something I've done a show on before. Now, after you've come out of this class that you have been whored at, you go to the event or you see said pimp. You can't believe that I feel that way? Terry, tell me. Talk to me. Look, the T-show is always a conversation. It's always a conversation. Now, I've heard folks say, after you've come out of such class that you feel pimped and whored in, that said pimp or whore won't dance with me at an event. When they see me, they won't dance with me. They act like they don't even know me. They took my money and act like they don't know me. Now, my personal opinion about this is this. Somebody said good pimps make better whores, I heard.
I don't know where they got that. I don't know where.
That's funny. Okay. If you pay an instructor, now that female is a whore. No, Terry, I need you to really understand. I don't know if you just came in. I broke this down so it can make sense relative to what we as a community keep saying. It's not just one person that's saying this. It's been said a lot. I feel pimped, or I feel taken advantage of. I feel that all these different terms that are being used. Now, people have the right to say and feel that the way they want to write and say whatever. They can say what they want to say. But I'm trying to break that down to make sure it makes sense so we can either A, make the pimp step their game up, okay, or stop going to said pimp, or get rid of the word altogether. I choose to get rid of the word. I don't like reading posts where people say that they feel pimped. Now, let me say this. When I was new in the dance, I spent a lot of money in a lot of classes, and then it gets to a point where you've reached the top of that instructor. What I mean is that instructor can no longer teach you anything. You've tapped them out. Now, this didn't personally happen to me, but I've heard this said. Some instructors will say, now this to me is a pimp move. I'm going to be honest. This is a pimp move. I got to be honest, Candy. This is a pimp move. If that instructor tells you, if you go somewhere else, I'm going to have a problem with that. That is a pimp move. Because you don't own me. Right? Now.
Okay, you had to understand the reason behind it.
No, I don't understand the reason behind it. Why would someone tell you, you can't go nowhere else, you got to stay with me. If you go with someone else, I'm going to have a problem. So that let me know you just want my money. Because I am not learning anything from you, but now you've put me in a position of ownership.
See, this sounds to me like somebody who just want to learn this dance for fun.
That's pimping.
See, the game ain't for fun. All right? Like they say, stepping is not just a dance to us. It's a way of life. It's everything that you do. So now you've already come to me and come to my class looking for some direction in your way of life. So I'm going to teach you this dance. I'm going to teach you a new way of life. So in order for you to get what I'm trying to show you, I can't have the mental influence or the mental block of some other teacher coming in and showing you the wrong way when I'm going to put you on the right path of a new way of life. That's the game. I could have, well, if I get these dance straight, I'm going to be an instructor one day. I'm telling you.
But now you,
now
it's
go
gone.
to somebody else because they're going to teach you wrong. Then you're going to get out there on the floor and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know when to do it. You're out there trying to do footwork. I've seen people who've been dancing for 3 months out there doing footwork. They getting their footwork together in the middle of the dance, and I want to give you something, and I got to wait for a whole 30 seconds of the song to give you something.
We are so not talking about you right now and your issues that you have with people on the floor that don't went around to different pimps. This is what I'm saying. I don't listen. No. This is my problem. You missed my problem. That ain't my problem. This is my problem right here. You have tapped that hard. You have tapped that pimp out. Yes, Reggie. That is where this community has gone. And I know you've been in this community a long time. That is pimping. If you telling somebody, okay, I think it warrants a conversation. I've been going to you, let's say a year. Now, listen. Now, since I've been dancing now, I don't know, a good little 5 years still wet behind here, okay? It don't take that much to learn a basic. It don't take that much. Once you get the basic pattern, somebody correct me that's been dancing way longer than me, I will shut my mouth, trust me. But once you've got the basics of the dance and the foundation of the dance, then you start to learn musicality, learning how your body moves, learn what your dance is. I know that I'm not a spinner. I would never be an Ann Hunter. I hate to call you into this, Ann, but you just the one that know that spins a lot and move your feet real fast. Whatever. I would never be her. I admire watching her, but let me say this. Ann Hunter would not be the right instructor for me. That's not my dance, although I love her dance.
But that's not
it's not my dance.
And that's not
so wait a minute. Wait. Let me tell you what a pimping part comes in this scenario. I believe that if I were to go to Ann, she's professional enough to tell me, let me look at your dance. And say, you know what, Diva? I appreciate your admiring my dance. Just don't think that, not saying she can't teach me anything. Don't get me, please don't misunderstand this. I'm sure Ann can teach me a lot. But I think how professional she is, she would say, you know what, let me give you a couple of little things. But I would recommend that you go to this person that may be more of a turner than a spinner. Now, let's say, you're right, but it's my choice. Let's say if she's not that professional. This is all a scenario. Let me just take Ann out of it because I don't want nobody to go to Ann. Girl, T-Lady will talk about you like a dog. Let me take her out because that's not what I'm saying. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. You go to an instructor that you've admired on the dance floor and they spin. This is my scenario now. They're spinner. They doing all that stuff. First of all, I get migraine headaches, so don't be moving me that fast. Okay, I don't like to do all that. But I like her dance and I decide to go to her anyway. She sees my dance and sees that my dance is nowhere near or even that type of dance. And she decides to instruct me anyway, knowing that I'm not going to get that much from her because that's not my makeup. That's not my makeup. That's not me.
That's still not.
I think it goes borderline pimping there because you're not being honest. I don't know.
That's a cult. So y'all need to change what if that's
it's
what
a cult.
If that's what you've been thinking, it's a cult. That's like a follow me and all of you will be like me type of cult. You see, when it comes to pimping, a pimp send out whores. I want the finest women, the finest whores that I can get. And that's going to benefit me. They're going to go out and they're going to do their thing. I want you to talk to this guy. I want you to be with this guy. I want you to be with that guy. And I want you to get their money and bring that money home to me. See, that's what pimping is all about, money. In order to get money, you got to have something fine and right and going to get it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not pimping. That right there, you haven't been pimp. You've been part of a cult. You've been part of a religious belief or something. You know what I'm saying? But that's not pimping. Pimping, I want you to go out there and get them. I want you to dance with the best and be the best. If I'm a pimp, all my women that I got dancing gonna be dancing with all the heavy hitters in the stepping community. Why? Because that's pimping. See, that ain't pimping what y'all doing. Y'all being part of a cult. A stepping cult. That's what it is.
I mean, I don't know, guys. We're just trying to have a conversation about it today because honestly,
you think of everybody that you've ever known in a cult, whether it was Waco, Texas, or Charles Manson, or anybody who was in a cult. They wanted everybody to be like them. They wanted everybody to.
But I wouldn't say a cult, though. I don't know.
Pimping, though, but it's not pimping.
I think you kind of. If you know that whore ain't gonna bring you that, I don't know, whatever. I'm just
spend money on their whores. They make sure their whores is looking good. They make sure their whores is fine. That their nails are done. That they get pedicures and manicures, and they go get their hair done every week. And they in the finest Vines. If you're old enough to know what Vines is, that means clothes. That means that your Vines are tight. Because when I put you out on the stroll, you got to be better looking than any other woman out there. That's pimping. So what you are describing is not pimping. That is not pimping. So you can't say we being pimped, because if you had been pimped, you'd be out there dancing better than any other person on the floor, and you'll be up in them heavy hitters' face because they like your dance and be getting their money. That's what it is. That's pimping. So what you're doing is not pimping.
Someone wanted to know what Vines were.
That's clothes.
Those are clothes. I'm just saying. Hello, Pete Frazier, sweetheart. How are you? Well, I mean, I don't know, guys. I just really would like for the term to be removed. I just really would like for the term to be moved. And I don't know
stop.
What we can do.
Liking it to pimping. Call it something else.
Call it something else. Just call it, you wanted to just go and take a class with them, or you just wanted to, whatever. You know what I mean? Like on my list, I'm going to be honest. I got a few people on my list that I really want to go take class. And one of them is Danielle. I'm just going to put Danielle just straight out there on blast. Danielle, I want to take classes with you. I want some privates. What's your price, girl? And let me tell you this. The person's price is their price. You do not have the right to put a price tag on anyone else's value. Whatever they value themselves at, that's what it is. You either pay it or you don't. You can either go out and get yourself a nice Toyota. Well, Toyota's expensive now. They done gone up. You can get yourself a nice Toyota and go out and get yourself a nice Benz, nice Lexus. You get what you want. And a lot of times you get what you pay for. Now, let's get to that. Why you laughing? A lot of people are charging a very little amount, nominal amount, for their privates. A lot of people think, well, that's the move. That's the move right there. He ain't charging but $20 for a private. Well, he charging $20 and homeboy charging $70. Just throwing a number out there. What is the difference in the quality of what I'm getting? I might admire his dance, but can he really teach me how to dance and the foundation of this dance, and teach me the culture of this dance, and teach me the lifestyle and things of that nature? Is he respected in this dance? I don't care what y'all say, but in stepping, you gotta be respected in it. There's a difference. I don't know if any other culture dances are this bad when it comes to it.
Absolutely.
But there's a certain amount of respect that has to be earned in this dance. Now, just because you charge somebody $20 doesn't mean that you're giving them quality. You're just getting quantity. Listen to me again. Just because you are giving someone a cheap private does not mean that you're giving them quality. What it means is you are getting quantity. Do you have a song you could play right there? Because I think I've said a lot right there. I'm going to let that marinate in your spirits, because some of y'all missed that. Some of y'all missed it. I can feel that. Go ahead.
Get down. Crazy cause to be the boss. I'm crazy cause to be the boss. I'm crazy cause to be the boss, man. I'm crazy cause to be the boss. Look at me. You know what you see. Look at me. You know what you see? See a bad mother.
Well, okay, man, I'll probably have said too much. I'll probably have offended somebody again. And I sincerely apologize.
If you haven't been offended yet by these shows, we just ain't got to your topic yet.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just being real, man. I would take a Benz, not a BMW, I just had one of those, and I thought it was going to kill me. But something, my Lexus I just got.
I want to bend there.
Something that ain't going to be in the shop that I can take and I can depend on it. Let me tell you something. I am not afraid to dance with anyone. Period. If you have been dancing for more than a year and a half, 2 years, taking these classes and things, and you are afraid to dance with Pete Frazier, something is wrong. Play me something. Something wrong. Why they passing you by? Something is wrong, but I think I heard it said like this. That's because your foundation is jacked up. Ooh, the tea is exceptionally good today. I need everybody to take a break, and I need you to sip. I just need you to take a break and sip. Leave. I don't know. Are we walking around with jacked up basics? And again, this ain't directed to no one in particular, please. But you should be able to dance with anyone if your foundation is solid. If your foundation is jacked up, you will still be intimidated by your peeps and your ticks and your Kevins and your whoever's. Because they don't give you the moves like your instructor gave you. See, he led you through the move. You didn't really do the move on your own. He led you through it. Some of these other folks that got their foundations together and these instructors that y'all got to pay this bigger money to, see, they're expected to just give it to you and then you just do it. They ain't trying to lead you through, but hey, you did get that $20 private. You got 4 of them. You got 4 of them. How much that is? $80? You can take you good one, solid one with somebody that's got the foundation of this dance, and I promise you, you go home and practice it. Put your work in. You'll be able to dance with everybody. Have I told a lie yet? I'm all right. Am I going to need security when I go out now? Probably. Y'all just tell me what a lie. Hey, Pat. I bet you Pat can tell you the same thing. Get that foundation together. Stop blaming everybody else. Let me hear that, Candyman. Thinking I'm gonna be able to do. I don't want to work when I get to Chicago, but it will be soon. Well, guys, I've had fun with you guys today. Hopefully we've addressed all of the things that we wanted to address today. And hopefully we can get rid of Pimpin and Whorin being used. I don't think we'll ever get rid of pimps and hoes, but perhaps we can get rid of it being used relative to stepping events and privates. Instructors. I would say to perhaps do a little bit better of a conversation, talking to your students, letting them know definitely what you expect. I know that you guys do, but let them know what you expect. Also let them know that if you are in a club, not in a club, but in a party, and they see you, to stop you and ask for a dance. You may not always see them. You may not always be able to get to them. But, stop them. Students, stop taking it personal. Just because you paid them $60 doesn't mean I'm out of tea. They are obligated to dance with you. Here's the thing. A good friend of mine made a scenario and he said, T-Lady. I said, what? He said, when Mercedes sells you a car, you take it home and you drive it. They're not gonna drive the car for you. They're not gonna keep on calling you, asking you, are you driving it? What do I expect out of Mercedes-Benz? And what does Mercedes-Benz expect out of me? Is to take care of it. You take care of it, it will take care of you. If you expecting this dance to just magically sit in your lap and you not putting no work in, you're in the wrong dance community. Woo! You got folks out there been doing this dance 30, 40 years. And they'll tell you every now and then they get up and cut the rug a little bit. So this game,
You really don't understand, do you?
and they don't. The game is to be sold and not told. Put your money where your mouth is.
You really don't understand, do you? Hey man, don't you realize in order for us to make this thing work, man, we've got to get rid of the pimps and the pushers and the prostitutes and then start all over again clean.
Hey, look, nobody's pushing me anywhere, okay? I mean, not you, not the cops, nobody, man. I mean, you want to get rid of the pushers, I'll help you. But don't send your people after me.
John, can't you see that we can't get rid of one without getting rid of the
man,
other? We
you
gotta
don't
come
play
down
that right
both
there.
of them at the same time in order for this whole thing to work for the people.
Hey, look, nobody's...
Let me get a couple of sips before I let you guys go. Cause the brother gonna what? We're gonna work it out. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. That's right, people exercise their bodies to stay in shape. You got to practice this dance daily, if you're like me. My brain don't retain that well, so I have to practice. You better play this. Let me get a few more sips. And again, if you want your sip shirt, that's $20. Inbox me. You can only wear a sip shirt if you for real about this movement. I think I'm out. I think I've done enough. Stick a fork in this one. I love y'all.